Chef Buff Army, what's good? I got a video for you today on intermittent fasting while trying to gain size. In other words, IF while bulking. As you may or may not know, I got a comprehensive video in the first place on intermittent fasting. You can check it out over here. For those not in the know, intermittent fasting is when you take a period of time where you fast, you don't eat. Usually it's about 16 hours. Then you have an 8-hour eating or feeding window, at which time you'll eat all your calories, 2,000, 3,000 calories in that 8-hour time span. Wait a sec, you mean to tell me that not eating for 16 hours is gonna help you build size? Are you fucking retarded? Say that to yourself. If you don't eat for 16 hours, you're gonna die. That's a fact. If intermittent fasting works because it's more convenient for you, then I'm gonna explain today how you can use it in order to try and gain size. It's actually incredibly simple to use intermittent fasting while bulking. What you do is first of all figure out how many calories you need. And that's very simple too, because you could download my free calorie calculator. You can check out the video once again over here and download the link in the description. Go to it, you could download the full calorie calculator to figure out how many macros you need and how many calories you need in a day in order to build size or muscle. Once you know how many calories you're supposed to eat in a day, it's very simple. Figure out when your fasting time frame is going to be and then when your feeding time will be. So in other words, when are you not going to be eating for those 16 hours? For most individuals, it starts around evening and then it breaks sometime around midday. So let's say that you start at 10 p.m. Well, then you'd be breaking your fast the next day at 2 p.m. You won't eat from 10 p.m. that night to 2 p.m. the next day. After that time, however, you're going to eat all those calories, all the macros that you just figured out and calculated, you're going to eat that in that 8-hour window. So from 2 p.m. that day to 10 p.m. at night, you have to eat all your calories. And here's the truth, guys. It's completely up to you how you eat your calories. So do you want 2 meals, 3 meals, 4 meals, 5 meals? It's completely up to you. Most individuals will usually eat around 3, maybe 4 meals in that 8-hour time frame. The other method of using intermittent fasting while attempting to gain size is something I personally do. This is where maybe one time a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, it's up to you. You take a day through which you don't eat food. For this, I recommend not eating for 24 hours. So usually I do it on a Saturday night, so once again around 10 o'clock, and then I would not eat all the way into Sunday until 10 p.m. Then I'd have a full solid meal. The key point I want to make while doing this, however, is that you got to make sure you calculate your calories correctly so that your weekly calories add up to the same amount that you'd normally ingest if you didn't do intermittent fasting. Hey! If you gain size by not eating for 24 hours, then how come no anarchist is jacked? I mean atheists. No, shut the fuck up. Anorexics. I mean anorexics. No, that's not right. How come aquanauts are jacked? They don't eat food. Explain that one. To summarize the basics of using intermittent fasting while bulking, first you gotta figure out your calories and your macros. Then you gotta figure out whether you're gonna do it every single day, have a fasting period, a feeding period, or you're gonna do it maybe one time a week where you fast for 24 hours. Once you figure that out, you're gonna find out what's most convenient for you in terms of when to break your fast. You're gonna figure out how many meals you're gonna have, and you're gonna fit your macros into those meals. It really is that simple. Figure out your calories, break them up into meals, have them during your feeding period. Hey yo! One time, I didn't eat for 4 hours, and then I worked out. No, yeah, seriously, I started looking like a ghost. Fucking Patrick Swayze. I started growing a mullet and shit, and I almost fucked a butch chick. So then I got a large pepperoni pizza. It was good. It's like fucking Christmas. Delicious. That's all I gotta say about intermittent fasting while trying to gain size. Guys, make sure to like, share with friends, and subscribe. And I will be seeing you in the next video. Hey! Hey! And I almost fucked a butch chick. You gotta tell me more about the show.